So far in previous two videos we have learned about limit and continuity. Limit was just quick revision of class 11th and continuity we have added. Similarly, in this particular video we are going to learn a derivative concept. In a few first 2-3 questions will be just a quick revision of class 11th, and in a concluding part I am adding the new concept of derivative, and you will come to know why it is necessary also. Look at the question. Discuss whether f of x mod x is derivable at x is equal to 0. Now we'll use a definition. F dash of x, you are knowing f dash of x is nothing but limit as h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus fx upon. So at what point we are going to discuss? At 0. So little change in the definition. This will be 0 over here. It will be f of h minus f of 0 upon h. What was the function given? F of x equal to mod x. Therefore, limit as h tends to 0, it will be mod of h minus, if 0 you are putting, then 0 upon h. So the problem is now limit as h tends to 0, mod h upon h. You all know that mod h is not defined, so you have to talk about limit as h tends to 0 negative and limit as h tends to 0 positive, left hand limit, and for 0 positive mod h is h by h, and over here it will be minus h by h. So if you cancel this, you will get your answer as minus 1, and for this right hand side you are getting this. So this is called as left hand derivative, this is called as right hand derivative. In the present case, left hand derivative and right hand derivative are not same. Therefore, this function mod x is not derivable at x is equal to 0. It's not derivable. The question demand was discuss whether it is derivable or not. Quickly we talk about whether it is continuous. Yes, this function is continuous. Suppose you want to prove how it is continuous at x equal to 0, you will be getting the limit of the function. Limit of the function f of x. Whenever mod x, again the same issue will be there. You have to talk about two cases. It will be nothing but x minus x, and over here it will be getting plus x. But as you are replacing x equal to 0, this answer is also 0, this answer is also 0. That means limit exists. LHL and RHL are same. What is the value of the function? Let us take this function and put x equal to 0, you will get 0. So limit is also exists and value also exists. And limit and left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, so therefore we are saying limit exists. Now the value of the function is also 0, so limit and values are equal, so the function, so mod x is continuous at 0 but not continuous at not differentiable at x equal to 0. Let us look at the next question. Check whether f of x equal to x minus 2 is a derivable at. Now you know the definition. Recently we have seen the definition. This is nothing but the definition of the derivative. But at what point we have to discuss? So I should write f dash of 2. But we have did f dash of 0. Why 0? Because it is demand was x is equal to 0. Now f dash of 0 will be equal to limit as h tends to 0 f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 upon h upon h. This is the way. Now the function is the same. This is. Now what is f2? I am asking you, f2 will be 0. Therefore it will be equal to limit as h tends to 0 mod of f of 2 plus h. If you replace here it is 2 plus h, you will get mod h upon h. And just now we have seen that whenever you talk about this, for 0 negative and 0 positive, you will get this answer as minus 1, and over here this answer as plus 1. So left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative. Therefore the given function is not differentiable at x equal to 2. Let us talk about this limit as x mod. This is a greatest integer function. So if you use the same definition, f dash of 4 I am going to explain is nothing but limit as h tends to 0 f of 4 plus h minus f of 4 upon h. F of 4 plus h, 4 positive. So greatest integer of 4 positive If I am writing, I should write here it is 4 plus h minus f of 4 is nothing but 4 upon h. Now greatest integer function depends upon h positive, h negative. So again there are two cases will be there. What will happen whenever h is negative and limit as h will be 0 positive. For 0 positive, right side it will be 4 minus 4 upon h. So it will give you 0 by h and the answer will be equal to 0. But whereas I am talking about positive side. For negative side, 4 plus h is nothing but plus 3 minus 4 upon h. So if you try to evaluate, the limit does not exist. What does it mean? Left hand derivative is different, right hand derivative is different. So the greatest integer function is not derivable, Exactly what is this point that I will show graphically. As you know, the graph of the function is nothing but step function. 0 over here, this is nothing but, okay. It is here, it is 1, this is 2, here it is 3, and this point is nothing but 4. So if you are moving here, 4 negative will be nothing but this answer. 1, 2, 3. And 4 positive is nothing but your answer as 4. So the difference is cos over here. Similarly 2. This is not derivable at 2. Because 2 positive will be 2, 2 negative will be 1. Okay. So where will be the possibility? For integral point there is no issue. Here it is, suppose I am talking about 5 by 2 is the point. 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 positive is also 3. 5 by 2 negative is also 3. So all functions which are greatest integer function is derivable at non-integral point and not derivable. So the second question which was asked over here at 5 by 2. So if you proceed the same thing by replacing here it is as pi by 2, then you will get left hand derivative and right hand derivative. Just quickly try for that and then we'll talk about further concept. Just try. Okay, now class 11th quick revision. Find the derivative of the following. For that you should know the derivative of x raised to power n derivative is nothing but n into x raised to power n minus 1. So on, log x is 1 by x, e raised to power x is e raised to power x, sin x is nothing but cos x, and so on. Cos x is nothing but minus sin x. The question is like, find the derivative of the following. Tan x. So better way, make a habit of writing like this. Let y is equal to tan of 4x. Differentiating y with respect to x. dy by dx. Now if you notice that it is not simply tan x, it is tan of something. So if you remember, tan derivative is sec square, it will be sec square 4x. So far we have differentiated tan. If tan is not there, then derivative of 4x is 4. So final answer is 4 into sec square into 4x. Similar kind of the question. Cos of root x. Getting f of x equal to cos of. Cos. So it will be minus sin. Sin of root of 4 minus 3x. This is a differentiation of cos is over. Now cos is not there in the problem. Root. Root differentiation you are knowing. 1 upon 2 square root of 4 minus 1 by 2 root x. Into. If this root is not there, 4 differentiation is 0. Into it will be minus 3. It will be minus 3. Simplify and write it is in the form of 3 by 2 over here sin of root under 4 minus 3x divided by root under 4 minus 3x. So it is nothing but quick revision of class 11th. Quick revision of class 11th. Look at this function. How do you answer? Log. Log will tell you 1 upon 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. 1 by x form. Log is not there. U by v formula. It will be 1 plus x v square. V as it is 1 plus x. Here it is minus 1 will be there. Here it is 1 minus x and at that place is 1. This 1 plus x will go up and that will get cancelled with this one. What is this explanation? 1. It will be minus 1 minus x. Here 1 plus x. So you just simplify this and cancel this 1 x plus 1 and get the answer. So the answer in that case will be minus 2 upon 1 minus x square. Quickly can you tell this? It will be correct. 1 by 2 root cot x into minus cosec square of x, cosec square of x. So you should be comfortable with this way of answering the question. Few more problems based on that concept only. Let us look at this question, this set of questions. First question is x square into e raised to power 5x. It's nothing but product rule. So x square as it is here, e raised to power 5x into 5 plus e raised to power 5x as it is over here 2x. Simplify 5x square e raised to power 5x plus 2x e raised to power 5x. Next, how do you answer? Correct, u by v rule. X cube the whole square. This x cube here, derivative 3 raised to power x, it will be log 3 minus 3 raised to power x as it is over here 3x square. Just I am leaving one step. You can simplify and get simplest form. If anything is getting cancelled, you can cancel out. I think x square will get cancelled and you will get the respective solution. This is one more question where composition of the function will be also coming, as well as the product rule u into v rule is also coming. So the first step I am writing sine cube 5x as it is, and here it is derivative of this plus cos square 4x as it is and derivative of sine raised to power 3 5x. Now this will remain as it is. This will remain as it is, first term. So I am not talking about more about this. What is this will come? It will be power first 2 cos 4x. Differentiation of 2 is over. Now cos minus sine 4x. Differentiation of cos is over. Now 4x, it's a multiplication. So you can simplify this and then multiply with the first term. Similarly, I am sharing how to get the differentiation of this term. Sine cube 5x. It will be equal to 3 sine square 5x. This is for this 3. Now sine, it will be cos of 5x. Sine is over, then 5. Whatever this answer is coming, this is to be multiplied with the cos square 4x. Simplify, write in a simplest form. Further, sometimes question may ask like that. This is one more question. If it is asked by using definition, then you will be answering this question by that f of x plus h rule, what I have seen, I have told you in the first two problems. Here it is a simple approach. F dash f x is you can get and replace x equal to minus 2. So it will be 3 minus 2 the whole square minus 4. This is 4, 3 is 12. 12 minus 4 is nothing but 8. So you have seen that most of the times the question will be given derivative or like this, we are writing y will be equal to something, so that dy by dx will be equal to 0. In case I have written this question, find out the dy by dx, so in the better way you will be shifting this. So it will be 2y will be equal to 3x minus 8, or y can be written as 3 by 2x minus 4, and then you can get the dy by dx. What is dy by dx? It will be nothing but 3 by 2. Similarly, in case this question has been given to you, 3x square minus 5x plus y will be equal to 0. You can bring all y terms to one side and get the answer. But I am sharing some different approach of this question. Say I have written here it is y square. Then try to get the value of y in purely terms of x. If you will do like this, there will be problem. You cannot get y in the purely form of x. So how do we answer this question? You can start differentiating. Look here how. 3 as it is. X square differentiation is 2x. Minus 5 is as it is. Now here it is product rule is applicable. Listen this point carefully. X over here y dash plus y as it is differentiation of 1 plus y square differentiation 2y for power formula and y dash over here will be equal to 0. Now open this bracket. It will be 6x minus 5x y dash minus 5y plus 2y y dash will be equal to 0. Next step is collect the y dash term on the left hand side. Y dash will be equal to 2y minus 5x. And rest of the terms you can transfer to the right side. 5y minus 6x. Therefore, dy by dx in such case is will be equal to 5y minus 6x upon 2y minus 5x. Do you know why we have switched over to this technique? Because there was a possibility you cannot write y in terms of the x. This y cannot be written in terms of the x. Where it is in the previous question it was possible. So at this point I am adding the new concept that there are some function where y can be purely expressed in terms of the x. There are some function where y cannot be expressed purely in terms of the x. So based on that the two words are there. One is implicit function, one other is explicit function. So the first case is nothing but example of explicit function. And what I have shown in the just now case, the above problem is nothing but explicit function. Implicit function. This is the implicit function. Here it is, this is explicit function. You can express it, implicit function. So the next title in today's discussion is derivative of implicit function. Now let us look at this question quickly. It will be 2x plus 2y, y dash plus 2g as it is, plus 2f, constant will be 0. Here it is 2f, here it is y dash. Collect the y dash term, it will be 2y plus 2f will be equal to minus 2g minus 2x. Therefore, y dash derivative will be equal to 2 also get cancelled, minus of g plus x upon f plus y, f plus y. Following how to solve the questions, the concept is implicit function. See the next question. Tan derivative is known to you, sec square xy. Over here x as it is into dy by dx plus y as it is into 1 will be equal to sine. You will be getting cos x plus 2y. Now over here x as it is, x derivative is 1 plus 2 y dash. Open the bracket, simplify. It will be x into sec square xy into y dash. This is first opening, plus y sec square xy will be equal to cos of x plus 2y plus 2 cos of x plus 2y into y dash. Next step is what? Collecting all terms of the y dash on the left hand side, and just bring all y dash term on left hand side and simplify. So y dash term, there will be 2 y dash term, it will be, that will come in the denominator, x into sec square xy minus 2 cos x plus 2y, whereas in the numerator right side cos of x plus y will be, x plus 2y will be there, and this term will be transferred. So minus of y, it will be sec square xy. So this way you can get the derivatives of implicit function. And the last two more questions will do. Next question will be sine square x. So it will be 2 sine x into cos x plus 3 cos square y into minus sine y, y dash will be equal to 0. Therefore dy by dx will be equal to 2 sin x cos x upon 3 sin y into cos square y. So last question, e raised to power. It will be e raised to power x plus 2y into 1 plus 2 y dash. Over here log 1 upon 2x minus y into 2 minus y dash. Simplify e raised to power x plus 2y plus 2 e raised to power x plus 2y y dash. It will be 2 upon 2x minus y dash upon 2x minus y. Bring this y dash term on the left hand side, simplify and get the answer. Okay, so this is a way of solving the questions which are based on the derivatives called as derivatives of implicit function. Thank you.